Hello, YouTube. Anthony here. Yeah, it's about Infinity Wars. And what can I say? Really enjoyed it. It was a very satisfying meal with some desserts. Yeah, there was so much in this movie, so many characters, so many payoffs to plot lines we hadn't seen in years. There was something about this movie, and people always, the big worry I heard from people was, oh, but what happens when you have too many characters and there's too many characters? No, it's fine. You know why? Because if you really like, it's like when you have a crossover comic event. Yeah, maybe a couple characters have more of the story meat, but if you see Wolverine in the background, you know Wolverine, he's gonna do stuff. I know he's not in these movies, just saying. So you know these characters. They need to explain every little quirk because you know them. This movie is for everybody, but it's also mainly for the fans. It's paying off people who've spent 10 years enjoying these movies, and this is one of our rewards and the promises of things to come. So growing up, you always hear this: the new Empire Strikes Back, the new Empire Strikes Back, the new Empire Strikes Back, or new Star Wars, everything like that. This is the new Star Wars. This is the new Empire Strikes Back of these movies, just in the quality and the emotions they invoke. And they reward fans for being fans. That's not a knock on Star Wars now. I mean, it could be, but it's not. I'm not going there right now. I'm trying to get out my depression about that. But, great. The story is about Thanos. And so for the other criticism that we get from Marvel movies is that they don't have great villains, and truthfully it's just that they build up the heroes more than they build up the villains, because it's about the heroes. This is a Thanos story, so you get the best version, in my opinion, that we've ever seen of Thanos. I'm not a big fan of Thanos in the comics. Like, again, people love that one major story. You might like a couple of the other ones over there, but he's usually brought out for certain reasons, because they need a check. Vampires need werewolves in the woods. You need Thanos out there wrecking stuff so you don't get too full of yourself. But this was my favorite version of Thanos, because, I mean, if you look at the comics and everything else, I mean, it could have been a really flat note villain. So bravo to them for bringing a character, making a character more three-dimensional, making this character work within this universe, making you, I don't say agree with the character, but you can, it's easy if you want to see the perspective. Yeah, I mean, it's a great overall movie. Avoid all spoilers. See this movie as soon as possible. I mean, I don't even listen to reviews because somebody might like something slip. And, even this one, it could have been a spoiler that I said it was like the Empire Strikes Back movie, because you might be looking for some kind of like a Luke, I'm your father twist or something like that. It's not, but it's just a good movie. It's a good movie, a good payoff for these 10 years that you've been a fan of these characters. Like I said, if you like a character, I mean, the other criticism I'm seeing is certain characters didn't get enough screen time, or there was a worry there's too many plots. No, because you know these characters. You want to know more about Rocket? There's 2 whole movies of Rocket in it. You want to know more Captain America? There's all the other movies about it. You want to know more about Scarlet Witch? There's like 7 or 8 of the movies. So there's enough. And if do the work, you gotta do the work. You can't just read the last book of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Return of the King, and expect to get all the backstory or the feelings if you didn't go through the journey. So go through the journey, and that's one thing I respect them for in this movie, is they didn't talk down to the audience. They wanted you to get certain things without spelling them out to you, without exposition, even there was exposition. Certain things are just communicated with looks, and if you know these characters, you know what they were talking about. You know what their looks were. You know what they mean when they say a certain word or when they have a certain quirk. And it's overall good. So yeah, avoid spoilers, avoid Facebook, avoid Instagram until you see this movie. Can't wait to do a spoiler review with you guys, but I'll probably do it with Earth 2 Comic Cast or 3 Black Geeks or JVS. So look for it then. As always, pleasure. And Wakanda forever. But it's okay to geek and drive. Peace.